Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Monday, November 10th, 2014. Well, okay, Friday, we had the unemployment report, which had a very nice number. The big number, of course, is the percent unemployed, 5.8, which is just a bogus number anyway. But that's what they came out with. So, of course, the current administration did a little bit of chest pounding on that. But after the pounding they got on Tuesday, it wasn't really met with a lot of enthusiasm. So for today, we don't really have anything. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. I think the banks are closed that day. Stocks and futures will be open, but bonds will be closed. So it's probably going to be a light trading day. No announcements on Wednesday either. And then towards Thursday and Friday, we start getting some stars. Okay, so that is it for that. Over here, there's some positive news over in China. I believe that they're going to allow more access to foreign trading and investing, I believe. But let's take a look at what's going on over in Asia. They're looking pretty good. It looks like they're happy about that announcement. The Nikkei, not so much. And in Europe, weekly bullish, cautiously bullish, let's put it that way. And the FTSE is a little bit underwater right now. So is there any other news? I didn't scan this for any sort of news. Let's see here. Why Zuckerberg always wears gray t-shirts? I don't know. When you're a billionaire, it's like Steve Jobs, right? He always wore a black t-shirt and blue jeans, I guess, or a turtleneck or something like that. It's because then they don't have to think in the morning when they get dressed. That's the reason why. You can imagine Zuckerberg has, let's picture him with a closet. Let's say, maybe a 20 by 30 foot closet with double rows of hangings, and on the top row is about 700 gray t-shirts, and the bottom row, I don't know what he wears for pants. Let's say he wears blue jeans, and the bottom row is about 5,000 pairs of blue jeans. All the same. Yeah. Okay. Enough humor, I guess, for today. Okay, let's take a look at what is going on in futures here. Looks like we might end up with a slightly positive opening. Gold, just kind of like hanging in there, not doing a whole heck of a lot. Oil, still, a little bit of a pop overnight. And how are we doing with the dollar? And where is our pair? What happened? What happened to our pair? Seems to be gone. And I thought I took SPX, NDX, and RUT out of here. Hang on a second here. There. In a flash, I fixed it. I don't know what happened. I noticed here too that A+.TOS. I don't remember it showing that before. Anyway, so here we are. Let's bring up the big four. Go over here, and there's the big four. Okay, all our bars are over here. Alright, so S&P 500 futures didn't really do anything overnight. Gold had a nice pop on Friday, and then hasn't really done much overnight. Oil, though, has done a lot, has made a big move overnight in the upward direction, and the VIX is still in the basement at 14.7, which is the low, the recent low anyway. Okay, so that's how it looks graphically. Back to our monitor tab. Let's pop open this and we can start our scan. But before we get started, a couple things. First of all, let's take a look at last week. We only closed one trade last week, and that was Google, which was that bear call at 567.50, which was successful. Closed that on Thursday for, cost me a nickel to buy that back. I'm happy with that. So off to a positive start to November. Not really rocking or anything. It's kind of precarious. We're just sitting here with a $180 profit. It's not up at the blog right now, but when I get done with this, I will upload it up there so you guys, if you're interested, can download it. The other thing is Market Watch here. Let's go to our alerts. And we have this alert on Voil. Let's take a look at Voil and see what it's doing. Remember, that's that stock that I got that notification on. This is when I got the flyer in the mail, and we had an alert trigger for, because I had an alert set here. The publication said to get in at $1.50 or less. So I just kind of did a pretend thing here that I got in. I re-alerted it to make sure that it comes up. Well, I got another one last week. They must, I don't know. It's called Zeno. Let's take a look at Zeno. This is another over-the-counter stock. Well, look at what happened here on Friday. When did I get this? I think I got it on Thursday, and I was going to talk about it on Friday, and I neglected to do that. So here it was at 48 on Thursday, and then it's 57 on Friday. So what they're doing is they are making a credit card sized detection device for things like bacterial infections. So if a doctor wears it and a patient breathes, it's in the air or whatever, I guess. I'm not sure exactly. I didn't read the whole thing, but I thought it would be interesting to see if anybody else got one of these. It's from NBT Investor Pro. Life-changing wealth is here. So go ahead, buy like 1,000 shares of this, because it's only going to cost you $500. Well, now it'll cost you $570. Provided you can get in at that, because if we look at the trade tab, what are we looking at? 568 and 590. And this little indicator here tells you which exchange it's on, and I don't know what V means here, but that's the quotes that they're getting right now. Probably over the counter, penny kind of stock thing. So, who knows? You want to risk. What's your biggest risk here? It was down to 2 cents at one time. And at one time it was actually up to 73 on my weekly chart. I would imagine that there's probably, I don't think they send all these publications out to everybody at once, but this says special report for the fall of 2014. So this is a rare ground floor opportunity in breakthrough medical technology. Yeah, right. Okay. Enough about that. And we looked at Voil. Alright, so let's go back here and we'll start our scan. Alright, Apple was on our 20 Delta list for Friday. We didn't get confirmation on MACD. I took a pass on it. It's entirely possible it may continue and just shoot up. It's entirely possible that it may roll over and drop down. if we look at the intraday moving average that we have here, which is the Hull moving average 50-day, it has rolled over here. This one here, I believe I changed it to a 13-day. I have a reader, a watcher, follower, viewer, or whatever you might want to call it, that has been messing around with the 13-day. So I thought, well, I'll throw this up here and see how it looks. And this one over here is 50 period. So I call it days, but it's actually periods. On the daily chart, it's days. On the intraday chart, it's intraday. You know, I got 5 candles a day here, so, and we have 5 candles per week here, and we have 5 candles per month. Well, not really, but anyway, roughly 5 weeks in a month. So that's my ratio. Okay, so I've been watching this, how it interacts with the PPS, which you can see here. PPS, you all know, is a Thinkorswim proprietary indicator created by John Person, I think is his name. And I just shut off by checking these over here. I just shut off the slow and the fast average, and I just have the buy and the sell signal in there. And I made them big and fat so we can see them. And it's interesting to see when we're looking at a 13-day how they follow each other along with the Hull moving average, how they kind of follow each other. Sometimes one leads, sometimes one lags. So I'm wondering what's going to happen when we get up here. With it looks like as though it might be rolling over. So I'm rather than all those other moving averages, I'm just going to stick with the Hull for right now, and if it continues to be favorable for me and us, then I may continue to use it. The only problem is for those of you who have other charting platforms, I don't think you have access to the Hull. I'm not sure. You might want to check on that. As a matter of fact, maybe today I'll do a little bit of research and see what I can find out for myself and let you know what I have found. Alright, so nothing going on Apple. Next up is Amazon. We are in a Amazon trade right now. Made a move against us on Friday. Is it going to give us another opportunity to get in? Don't know. We'll have to find out. But there's nothing there right now. I might put a target up here, though. No, I'm not going to put a target up there. I have to clear these off. And then I can put a target up. There. And that's a 50 delta target, so it's moving well enough in my mind for a 50 delta. Boeing. We had an alert set on Boeing for a 20 delta. It didn't prove out for us either. We still have time for that though. So actually for Apple and for Boeing, they're still valid for today. And Boeing makes me a little bit nervous, but you know, a lot of things make me nervous. How's Baba doing? Baba is doing very, very well. Thank you very much. After this earnings here, maybe some of you jumped in. If you did, congratulations. So we're still waiting for that one to come down and tap a target. Here we have setup on BIDU. And actually, we don't have a hookup, but this is pretty interesting. Don't get to see almost a, let's see, what do we got here? 2816 and 2871. So it's pretty close here, almost flat. We're going to throw an alert on this, and this is actually a setup, but we'll make it an alert. I want to make it actually a little bit higher. What's this high here? I don't know. That's good enough. Maybe we'll move it up. Let's move it up. I want to make it higher than the high. Okay. So we had that one on radar screen for Friday, and it didn't turn out. It's going to be back on our radar screen today. And there might be light trading today and tomorrow. Who knows? For sure tomorrow trading is going to be light. Okay, Chipotle, consolidation, not much moving, nothing going on with Chipotle, so we'll take a pass on that. Costco, looks like we have a dividend coming up. We're waiting for it to give us a move down towards our target. Take a look at the Dow just for fun. Our lines are back. I removed all the drawings. I saved, as soon as I close this down and then reopen up this configuration again via over here, then I get all my old drawings back. I went and I saved it. I cleaned them all up on Friday and I saved it, and now they're back again. So I give up. Anyway, new high. So keep on trucking, I guess. At least there's some direction. So gold had a good day Friday. GLD did. It's got a long ways to go to make me get me reinterested in doing selling a call against my 100 shares here. Google. Google is in a downtrend. Definitely in a downtrend. Confirmation on the weekly. And it looks like as though it's starting a new leg down to me. Now, why didn't we get in it back? Oh, we were. We were in this. So, we're just going to wait for another opportunity, I guess, right? So, here's the target. LinkedIn. But you guys think I'm probably crazy. So LinkedIn, we had a setup on Friday, and again, we got a hook on the stochastic, but no confirmation on the MACD. The alert didn't trigger. We'll leave the alert exactly where it's at, and hope that we get a hook back up. So it's back on our radar. It is a setup. 50 delta setup for today. Alrighty, NDX. Be nice if we would get a trade on this. NDX is looking like a setup here. Can I grab it? No. Can I grab it? A lot of clutter here. There we go. I'll move it down here. So I'm calling this a setup for a 20 delta. So it's going to go on a 20 delta list. It wasn't on Friday, but it's going to be for today. And that is a bull put. And there is, we'll just replace that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be wasting everybody's time doing this. I'll go back and do it later. Never mind, I didn't do that. Netflix. Wow. very flat day on Friday, very flat trading activity. Don't understand really why. Can you do an iron condor? Sure, you can do an iron condor. I just don't trust Netflix. Can you pull some money out of it? Yeah, definitely you could pull some money out of it. I'm going to look into that for today. Let's see, maybe with an expiration of next week, which is, well, this Friday is normal expiration, I believe. No, it's not. Actually, it's next Friday. This Friday is November 2, right? Yes. So normal expiration is next week. So I might just do an iron condor on Netflix. I'm going to make a note of that. So I want you guys to take a look at it too. And we could get, if we did something around 20 or 17, we could be down here. I would take these whole numbers here and not these 250s and 750 numbers here. I would take the 405 on the call side, and let's see what we can get out of that. Come on. And I want to move this spread to a full $5, so that would be 66 cents with a 405 call, which would be up here, roughly. And then, take some theta out of that thing for this week and close it on Friday if it's hanging in there okay. What are we looking at the other side? Here, I'm going to do Analyze Trade. Let's go to the Analyze tab, and then let's do the put side around 2360. And we'll make that a full $10 spread. Oops, only getting 24 on that one. Maybe we can move this 405 out a tad. 360. Let's take a look at our risk profile. What the hey? What's wrong here? I had picked the wrong delta there, so I have 370, 365. Well, that basically shorts at 405 and 370. So 405 up here and 370. A little tight down here. That's a little tight. I don't know if I would want to do that. I don't know. And the reason why we got this goofy looking, it should be straight up, across, straight down, I'm sure is because the Greeks are messed up because the market's not really open. I find that difficult to handle because normally it's not like that on this platform. So anyway, we're going to move on. I'll make a note of that, and we might do that. Moving right along. Priceline. Oh, let's see. After earnings, still trying to figure out what it wants to do. Let's take a look at the Russell. We had it here for a 20 delta. We didn't get confirmation. We're getting a sideways price action here. I'm going to throw an alert on here. And if it moves up, we might consider getting in. And of course that would be for a 20 delta, always a 20 delta on the cash indexes. SPX is outperforming outperforming the Russell and the NDX. Looking possibly hopeful here. Are we going to get a continuation? Well, if everybody else moves up today, maybe they will too. So I'm going to throw an alert on here. This is I'm not going to record it officially, but I'm throwing an alert on here, and I might get in on it bend a few rules, I guess you might say, and get in on it. Tesla, bend a few rules and probably like bend them all. Tesla didn't really do anything after their earnings. Yeah, there's some big ranges in here, sort of. They've been bigger moves, etc. So we're not really sure what's going on with Tesla yet at this point. And then lastly is Visa, which is really on a tear here. I mean, you might be able to jump in on a 50 delta on this anytime right now if you wanted to. I mean, it's in a very strong trend, so why wait? I would say if you get a hook on the MACD today, definitely things are looking up. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.